Hello, this is ErucaRose and welcome to your pick a card reading. This is my first one to do. I felt very called to do it today. This will be all about your role in the new Aquarian age. We've been working towards this Aquarian age since around the 70s. We've been moving forward. There's been many milestones and stages in this transition from the Capricorn age to the Aquarian age. This is a major transitionary time, and I feel that all of our souls have chosen to come to Earth in this plane for a purpose during this time. We resonated the energy fit for us all to be here during this time frame, and for us to take on this transition in an intentional way and in a meaningful way, and to take on our highest role in this transition will help bring in the best manifestation of the Aquarian age coming in. Many of you have heard about the grand conjunction coming in, happening on the 21st, on winter solstice, on the beginning of Capricorn this month. Even though this is a timeless reading, this I felt was a really great time to bring this reading into existence. Now, I have 3 card piles here, 1, 2, and 3. This right here is a hematite quartz from Morocco. If you are interested in this one, if this one catches your eye, if this is the one you feel intuitively drawn towards, pile 1 will be your reading. Here I have one half of a septarian pear. Here's the other half. You want to see if you feel drawn towards this one. Perhaps number 2 is the deck for you. And here, last, my 3rd pile, I have a witch's finger quartz. If you feel drawn towards this one, group 3 will be your reading. Now, I do have children in the rooms across from me. They're good, but they might make some sounds. So I'll try to cut them out here and there when they get loud, but some of it I cannot help. So now, before I start, I'm using the traditional Rider-Waite deck. I'm using the Shamanic Healing deck. I'm using the Animal Spirit deck and the new Mushroom Tarot deck. If you are curious about those, send me a message. So I want to quickly mention that there is this is a generalized reading, but if you feel like you want more specific detail to you, you can hop on my website. The link is in the description for a personalized version of this reading, which will not only include cards and crystals, it have runes, cards, and your natal chart. So I'll be able to look at things all together. It's a very accessible reading. It is available now. It is up on the site. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so group 1 with the hematite quartz. First, we have psychic development. We have the 8 of Swords reversed, the 8 of Pentacles reversed, 2 8s, the 4 of Pentacles reversed, and the Empress. We have the 7 of Cups reversed, the 10 of Cups reversed, and Death reversed, and lastly, Bear. So first here, I see you undergoing a lot of psychic development, personal development, maybe possibly through conflict. I see the number 5 popping out to me. and 5 is the number of a square, technically, in kind of a square type of energy within astrology. It's usually a challenge for growth. That psychic development here, developing within yourself, possibly helping others develop, bringing more people up into ascension. And then with the 8 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Pentacles reversed. This 8 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Pentacles, I'm seeing definitely some 8s along with the Death card connecting to Scorpio, and 8. Here, this is coming out of self-victimization. Again, maybe there was a challenge that brought you through to this point in your life, and to allow you to fully accept your entire state of being and your own abilities and perceptions, and having them be of worth. I see, similarly with the Empress and the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles, there's still an issue coming in. This is you coming out of imprisoning yourself. This is you realizing that that potential is real within yourself, and you're not blinded by fear anymore, but you are still overcoming these earthly obstacles, wherein you are hoarding, possibly worried about needing to hoard money, needing to find a healthy balance with earth energy, with the material things, with money, with feeling grounded, thinking about root chakra work, and really bringing high quality value to the table with things, not taking shortcuts and things like that. Maybe when really being able to gauge when it's appropriate to do so and when it's not, really being able to put in your full effort in a healthy and balanced way, not overdoing it. You're really looking to find this Empress flow, this type of energy where you can embody your entire self and be all that you need to be, and give what you need to give, but also keep what you need to keep, and have this cyclical cycle of giving and receiving going with the universe around you, the people around you, and with the material world as well. Because, you know, you can reject the 3D world and the material world as much as you want, but it's required to exist here, so it does serve a purpose. You know, the spirituality is also important. Earth realm is important. All of these are tying in together here. And then coming in over here with the 7 of Cups reversed, there's a lot of illusion and options that are coming through, and it can be difficult deciding where to go. There's a lot of emotion coming through with what our options are, and especially as this new age is rolling in, and how we are going to feel and how we're going to live and how we're going to thrive in this new age. It just feels like there's so many options. Maybe there's a delay in what you feel like you want to do. Maybe there's a difficulty in coming up with what resonates with you best to do. A lot of choices, a lot of imagining, a lot of dreamy feelings, but ultimately you're coming out of this place of there's a slowed spiritual awakening, possibly. Maybe there's been a break again. Following my timeline here, with having a challenge within your psychic development and then being able to open up to that potential. Maybe this challenge had to do with your home life, with feeling that ability to celebrate. Maybe something was stirred up in your family. Maybe there was maybe something was torn apart in a way, broken down, you could have felt like your family was torn apart in a certain way, but it's not a true death. It's a change, it's a partial change. It's not a complete change. You have this, you have what you had, but it's different now. There was a resisting of an entire change. And then here with the bear, we have this symbol of awakening, a slow awakening coming through, knowing that this is difficult. A lot of effort is required, especially at first, but then as time goes on, you feel that it's right and you need to move forward. This shows an individual on the cusp of new directions and horizons. There is a transformation here, thinking of coming out of that that hibernation, that slumber spiritually. This can show many months of difficult times, things feeling cumbersome, plenty of obstacles to overcome, but ultimately you don't really have a choice. It's something that you're destined to come through. There's a transformation that comes through, bringing a lot of inner strength. There's this yearning to grow more and more. If you start to feel tired and heavy, try to come back to what excites you and try to find some kind of movement and exercise. There, ultimately, overall, with this spread, I see a lot of coming through, awakening, like I said, spiritual development, that psychic development coming through. It's not an easy road. It's a bit of a tough journey, but as time goes on, it gets easier and easier. And coming through this, you'll be able to help others come through with their own personal spiritual awakenings as well. I think that is about it for this deck. For the Aquarian age, we'll be here to develop psychically. A lot of people have talked about new types of abilities and, in a sense, powers that we'll be able to gain through the spiritual messages and downloads through this time, through this major transition. Being here in a psychic, spiritual sense is what you're here for. And you will continue to do this. It will get easier with time, like I said, and you can help others along that similar path as you go forward. Thank you for listening to this reading. If you're going to listen to another pile, you're welcome. And I will see you in another reading, or you can find me on Instagram as ErucaRose. I just got back on Twitter. Well, I just started on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter as ErucaRose. I have a website that will be linked in the bio or in the description. See, I'm so used to Instagram. I'm saying bio instead of description now. I also have a Patreon, which you can go on there to support me. You will get astrology updates, and on the highest tier, you get a free discounted monthly mini reading from me, whether it's tarot, runes, or astrology. I have a lot of cool readings on there, so you can check that out. I also have a podcast. It's called Dark Alignment with my friend Brittany. She is a criminal psychologist. We go through the natal charts of the murderers in full. We go through the story and the natal charts, so you can find that here on YouTube or on anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Again, thank you so much. You can like and subscribe, comment. Let me know if this resonated with you. And thank you. I'm going to move on to Group 2. Welcome, Group 2. If you had the Septarian pair, welcome. Looks like your cards, we have for you self-love, we have growth, we have the Chariot, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Knight of Cups. We had a lot of cards for you all. You know, I might pull these as I go. This is, I kept shuffling and more cards kept coming out for you all. I don't know what the deal is. I even said out loud, like, why do we have so many cards for this group? But you know, I'm sure we will find out. So, self-love. A lot of your journey with this transitionary time is to do with self-love and growth, especially personal growth, coming through. And I'm also seeing mental health and mindfulness and being able to live intentionally, mindfully, and help others do that, helping through possibly counseling, or maybe just being an advocate for mental health, really following through. I keep seeing the semicolon. Being able to maybe post online or have some kind of group, maybe an online group where you're able to connect with people and help each other check in with your mental health, kind of like a group online therapy session, especially through the virus times at the moment, but possibly even in person later. I see a lot of that type of thing, and you moving quickly will be part of this. You're going to be moving quickly into what you want to do, and moving quickly to help other people. There's this sense of urgency with the Chariot, but also in a commanding way. It's not an anxious rushing feeling. It's an ushering in, here we come, I'm here to help feeling. And this Queen of Swords reversed, I'm trying to figure out how I'm feeling on that card. There's this sense with the Queen of Swords of, you know, mentally coming into your own power and using your power in mentally and through communication, and having that reversed. Let's see. We also have this Knight of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. So it looks like there's kind of less focus on this Swords and Wands energy and more focus on the emotional side of things. To me, that's how I'm being told to read this now that I have them lined out. These are also your powers. These are also things that you have within yourself, and you will use these to contribute to your offerings and your practice and how you go through this time. But you're not meant to put too much anxiety or stress into these areas of yourself. This is something that will support your goals, your air energy, your mental energy, I lost the word. And then your Wands energy, your fire energy, your magic, really coming through, will support you with the emotional side. You will have this emotional growth and self-love and helpful energy ushering you through, coming through for you to use predominantly. Next, we have this. We have an Ace of Swords. We have a Two of Wands. If you are using that mental energy, it will be in a new way. It will be you turning around how you used to think through things. You're doing this in a new way now, in a more supportive, healthier way. I'm really seeing, that feeling is that anxiety and depression. That's kind of how it's hitting me, that this dark blue is just so, yeah, you're learning through this self-love and growth how to handle your own mentality and how to handle your own inner fire. We got another swords and a wands here, so this is you finding a new way to approach things mentally and finding a new way to plan and create with that inner fire of yours, not letting it get out of control with either of these placements. Looking at it as things with potential, things with things that you can look out and get excited about. But you see here, he's not, on this card, he is not stressing. He is not overexcited. He is not, he's standing there calmly looking at what he's going to be doing. He's not stressing. There is this sense of peace as he looks out and starts to plan what he wants to create. Again, we have the Magician for you. You are finding a way to create that is healthy for you. King of Cups. You are coming through with the King of Cups energy. You will be finding a way to come through with these elevated senses of mentality and creation to create for your goal of self-love and growth and emotional healing. The other card I had for you is this tarantula. I always like to read from the actual book here. Tarantula shows you being at a crossroads, claiming life's purpose. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet, a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. Refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, you'll follow your intuition. When you feel like you're second-guessing yourself or hesitating, or, again, caught in this over-intellectualizing, you need to find a sense of calm. Remember this sense of mindfulness that you're here to create. The book recommends daily journaling. That is what I have for you here. You're really coming through from all of this grief and suffering, finding strength, finding this sense of the sun shining through you, being able to be your full self, through that self-growth, being able to live your own personal vibrancy. Let me know if you have any other questions for these readings. I think I am finished with the group number 2. I will have a personal reading available for this topic on my website. If you would like a more personal reading from me, I will be looking at not only cards and runes, but your personal natal chart. So if you would like that reading, you can check out my website. The link is in the bio. It's priced pretty reasonably right now. I wanted people to be able to get it. I wanted it to be accessible, especially with the times we're in right now with the virus. You can check that out there. You can also find more from me on my Instagram and Twitter. I just got on Twitter, you all. I've never been a big fan of Twitter, but I felt today that it was time to be posting some of my content additionally on Twitter. There is more on my Instagram and my website, but finding me ErucaRose on both of those places. You can get more from me. I do have a Patreon as well. If you like to support people on Patreon, I offer astrology updates in advance on Patreon, and I have discounted free mini readings for my asteroids tier on Patreon. So every month I choose readings that you can choose from to get for free if you're on that tier. So thank you again. I'm going to move on to group 3. Welcome, group number 3. If you chose the Witch's Finger Quartz, you are here for the right reading. So I'll put that where you can see it. There we go, a little bit. For you, we've got duality. There's something with you coming through that you're going to be on two sides of the coin. Maybe you're here to help the people who are less comfortable with this Aquarian energy, find a place for them, find a way to see both sides of things, find a place to be comfortable, a way to be more comfortable with this shift in energy, because it will be really dramatic for a lot of people, really drastic. See, I feel that a lot of people who have Aquarian placements in their chart or trines to Aquarius in their chart, they're more comfortable with this. They like the Aquarian energy, but it's something that's more innate to them, something that they can vibe with. But you know, a lot of people do not. A lot of people are more comfortable with the Aquarian, with the Capricorn situation, and you can see a lot of people who aren't wanting to bend to this Aquarian shift are really starting to struggle and take on more challenges and conflicts in their life as time progresses since the 70s to now. We're getting towards the end of the transitionary period to the Aquarian age, and you see more and more problems for these people who are clinging to the Capricorn side. Having you here to help come through with this duality, being able to see where they're coming from, but also where we're headed, and being able to resonate with both, being able to understand and care for both types of people, will be very important, a very important place it'll be very important to have people like you to help everyone move forward in the best and easiest way. So your next cards, you have the Hierophant. Again, I'm seeing that traditional side of things. The Ten of Cups, being able to find this peace and happiness, this celebration in moving forward, being able to be happy with everyone, to celebrate with everyone. And the Knight of Pentacles, bringing this into this earthly plane, being able to help quickly bring people who are rooted in that Capricorn earth nature to where we're going as a collective. The Eight of Wands, a lot of speed, a lot of quick pace, probably doing many things. You might be doing many tasks at once, really trying to reach many goals at once. Multitasking in a way, but in an efficient way. You're creating, you're booming, you're going. The Empress, you need to watch to make sure, the Empress reversed, you need to watch to make sure you can try to stay in this flow state, being able to give and receive at the same time. You may find yourself needing to explain the importance of that feminine energy as well to the people who are less comfortable with this energy. So being able to see both sides of the coin. I say coin, and here we are with the Six of Pentacles, being able to, in reverse, finding a way to give to others again, but not giving too much. With this Six of Pentacles reversed, there's this sense of not giving too much of yourself, but also not focusing on the scales, not focusing on if you'll get this in return, if you won't get this in return. A lot of this will be, in a way, a thankless role for you to have, but at the same time, there's this understanding of this karmic balance of life, this universe, the sense that the universe is giving back what you give out. It's cyclical. Again, it may feel like you aren't giving and receiving easily. It's not. You might feel like you're having a difficulty in this flow, but there's just so much going on. There's probably going to be a rush of things going on at first, and then as time goes on, you'll be starting to be able to receive more of that later as time goes on. Initially, though, it may feel a lot like this, that you aren't receiving back, you aren't, there isn't enough understanding of the feminine, there's not a fair and equal balance of what you are, of how generous you've been with these people. But the initial stage will just be such a rush of things going on for you. It will take time for all of that to come back to you. But it will. It will take some time. I have the Queen of Cups here. You will feel much better about this after some time has passed. Being able to feel like you've taken on this emotional burden at first, this creative burden at first, will pay off with this Queen of Cups energy of feeling that you have this understanding. I'm seeing these two sides again with this duality. A lot of duality within the Queen of Cups card. You'll be able to come through as this person who has felt both sides and found a way to bring both of them up, to elevate both of them up to a higher place alongside you. And that is such an amazing role to have in this transition, in this new age. So I also pulled for you the Horse. I like to read from the book. I know, but I like to read from the book for these cards. Oh, come on. Okay. For the Horse, we have momentum, freedom, expansive energy, and force. The horse. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. Again, earth energy. It provides us with momentum, so reliable, so supportive. Just looking back, so supportive that you can ride on its back toward any goal, no matter how difficult the terrain. A horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive, and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice, physical stamina, exercise, and mental focus, meditation, are secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When you're in balance, you'll achieve anything and you'll never give up. When you feel like you need to run away or you start to feel weak, you can go back to building that physical and mental stamina, that focus, that strength. It mentions strength training here. Going back to exercising or meditation. Affirmations are always amazing for these types of things. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. I think this is all I have for you today. I may start posting more of these readings. Let me know how you feel. On my website, I do have a personal version of this general reading. It will include not only cards, but also runes and your natal chart as needed. That is up live on my website now. It is at a nice price point. It's easy. I wanted it to be accessible to more people, so I kept it fairly low, but I will be looking over a lot of things. So you can check that out on my website. It is linked in the description below. You can also find me on Instagram. My my username is ErucaRose. I'm also on Twitter now. I started on Twitter out of nowhere. I've never really cared for Twitter, but I felt I can also share on Twitter. I might as well do that in addition to Instagram. There is a Patreon page. I have a Patreon page if you enjoy supporting people on Patreon. We have a tier where you get a free or discounted reading every month. You get a free mini reading from me every month on that tier, and then the rest of the tiers get astrological. I am so tongue-tied, it's hard to speak right now. You can get astrology updates in advance on all the tiers, and then on the highest tier you can also get a free reading every month from me. You can like and subscribe to this channel here as well. I post very occasionally, so don't expect too much. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.